I'm your host, Theo Coop, and we are back with another video. Please like, hit the subscribe button, notification bell. Today we are back with another video from The Godfather. Let's get to it. Talking to a woman who claims to be Christian, and I have no problem whatsoever. I grew up in an extremely religious household. My issue is that all these people who claim to be Christian or don't live their life in any type of biblical sense other than them just saying that they're Christian. I have seen this video in the past, but that's when it was originally uploaded, which I believe is probably close to 2 years now. So might as well be a fresh viewing for myself like it is for you if you haven't saw it yet.
And they're just all in the very beginning. They're saying everything that they want, and then all of a sudden they ghost.
How old are you?
Ghost, and they're still out there just playing.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
They're all in the beginning, and they say everything
in the very beginning.
Okay.
Yes, they're all in. They're saying, "Oh, I want this, I want that," and then after a month or two, you can just tell that they're still out there just playing around.
Okay. Well, all men are like that? I mean, that's what I'm trying to understand. I mean,
yes, it seems like it's getting like that. Yes.
Really?
Maybe it's where I'm located.
Well, where do you live?
Dallas.
Dallas. I thought she was gonna say like small town Oklahoma. And it's never everyone of any group. It's not all the men, just like it's not all the women.
No. No, I spent 11 years in Dallas, and Dallas has some of the most. Anyway, 42.
They're married.
Huh? No,
They're
Dallas.
married.
No, Dallas has some. I'll be in Dallas either this week or next week. I'm coming to Texas because we got a problem, and I live most of my adult life in Dallas. Where do you go to church?
Well, it's happening here in Dallas.
Where do you go to church?
Me and my girlfriend.
Where do you go to church? Where do you go to church?
Concord.
When's your last relationship?
My last relationship was about 2 years ago.
2 years ago. And who ended that?
I did.
Why?
Because he ended up being married.
What do you mean ended up being married? He was married when you met him.
He was married when I met him, and
right.
I had no idea that he
So
was
how old are you?
Married.
You're 42?
42.
You can't run a background check on the dude?
Exactly. I'm sorry. I don't believe that anyone in 2022, or if this video is from 2020, we're in the information age. See this? This is my cell phone. We all have one of these in our pockets. They're miniaturized computers. You can look up any information you would like to know on your phone. Don't give me that you didn't know he was married crap. I've seen women turn into goddamn sleuths and detectives trying to figure out if a man is married. Not how nosy women are. Come on, man.
Well, that's how I ended up. No, I usually don't do stuff like that, but that's how I ended up knowing that he was married.
So basically, what you're trying to get me to accept is all the men in Dallas are fuckboys and losers, and I'm just gonna say no man relationships are reflective because I know plenty of men in Dallas that don't fall into that category.
Oh well, I haven't met them.
Well, let's dig into that a little bit deeper. Do you want to be married?
I do.
You have any children?
I don't.
You want children?
I do.
Shit, she 42 by now.
I go back and forth. The older I get, I have
42?
to say that. I'm sorry.
At 42?
At 42, do I want children?
Yeah, I mean biological children at 42.
You're 42.
Yes.
How's that gonna happen?
What you waiting on?
Well,
have you talked to your OBGYN?
Well, I have a situation. I would actually have to have a surrogate.
Okay.
I froze my egg, so
okay.
I'm a cancer survivor.
So am I.
Right on.
So the problem is men, not the women, not you. What are you looking for in a man? What are you looking for in a man?
Honesty. I mean, aren't we all looking for the same thing?
Nope.
All women?
Nope.
I want someone who's in the church. I want someone who has a great job.
Why do you
I want
want them to be
someone
in the
who's
church?
easy on the
Why do you
eyes.
want them to be in the church?
I mean, they don't have to be necessarily like active in the church, but I would like for them to be a Christian, I should say.
Why?
I would like for them to have the same faith that I do. I think.
Okay, so you go to Concord. Is the pastor helping you find the man?
He's not, and I actually know my pastor really well. I've never talked to my pastor about this.
Really? How long you been in Concord?
I mentor his daughter.
Why would you not talk to your pastor about this? Here's the issue that I have with these people. So if you're holy roly, there's been several women that Mr. Samuel have had conversations with who are extreme Christians. These 30-year-old women, 40-year-old women who are still virgins, who are most likely socially awkward. They're extremely religious people and live a very disciplined lifestyle in that category. And then when Mr. Samuels talks to them and try to figure out and ask them, well, hey, are you in a church working with a pastor in some type of singles ministry, searching for other men who also hold your same beliefs? They never say yes.
Why? Okay, if Christianity is the case, man, like we can go down that path. Are you actively working in a church or with a pastor or an environment that fosters Christian marriages in an arranged way?
That is the problem. I am a part of a church that does do that. However, as a result of COVID recently,
COVID only happened in 2019, ma'am. You ain't.
I understand.
And that tells me these women are not really as religious as they claim to be, or two, have no interest in actually dating and actually meeting someone. Because if they actually did, they would be in these churches, in these singles ministries, meeting another square like them. There's no knock to them for being a square. I'm a square. I'm just not a religious square. Keep it moving.
All seriousness, all joking aside, you want a man who's in church, but you're not working with the church to help you find a man.
It makes no sense. Mm-hmm. And also, they use the church thing as like a disqualifier. Like they'll say, oh yeah, I'm religious, but they really just use that to disqualify the dudes that they don't really like. Women make rules for dudes they don't like and then break all said rules for the dudes they do like. You know what I mean? Women I've had tell me doesn't get down like that, or she doesn't do that because of her religious beliefs. And then the same night that we met, she's doing the same exact thing that she said she wouldn't do. I don't need to say what I'm talking about. Y'all know women make rules for dudes they don't like and break them for dudes that they do like.
Yeah.
Is it that you want a man in church, or you just want somebody to
who is a Christian?
Yep.
I mean, who is a Christian?
I said, but why?
Why do I want someone who's a Christian?
Why do you?
Because I want someone who has the same faith as me, who has the same beliefs as I do.
I don't buy that, man. Because if you did, you'd be working with the church to help you find a man.
Exactly, and
that's the first thing you'd be looking for is a Christian man. Because was your last boyfriend a Christian?
He was. Mm-hmm.
But he was married. So you were committed. So what were you doing in that situation with that married man, Christian woman?
Oh, and premarital sex as well.
I did. Actually,
I'm sorry. Did that cut a little too deep?
No, it didn't cut deep at all.
Seriously,
he was just extremely deceptive. He was
really Christianity becomes.
Even if he was extremely deceptive and you didn't know about him being married, you're a Christian person. Why are you having premarital sex? Just keep it moving.
There's a lot with modern Christian feminist women. This becomes a way for you to disqualify men. But it's not the way that you really qualify men, as I've shown.
Mm-hmm.
By your own life. It's a way you disqualify men, but it's damn sure not a qualification.
Right. Yes.
So you're with a man for a year and a half.
No, it's been a year and a half.
So how long were you guys together?
It was about 7 months.
7 months. Mm-hmm. 7 months. Mm-hmm. How many times did you take him to church?
I had known him for a while, though. I had known him.
Apparently not well enough. How many times did you take him to church?
I'm sorry?
How many times did you take him to church?
I didn't.
Huh?
I did not take him to church.
Are you kidding me? Come on, man.
You didn't take him to church, but you were looking.
You want a man that can share your faith.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But you didn't take him to church?
I didn't, because I just kind of.
Because you knew he was married.
Stop the cap. Why you always lying? Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
Private with my life for a while.
She is so full of shit.
Remember go back last year, guys, when I first talked to Tiffany Chanel in Houston. And then I talked to that one sister who went to PV, and she was in her late 30s or 40s. I'll pull up the interview. Remember when I told her I knew her pastor, Tony Evans? I told you guys I know the Dallas scene very well. This is a mirror of that same call. Different woman, same scenario. Similar scenarios. Very similar scenarios. Dallas is littered with this. Ma'am, if you want a man who's really a Christian, why aren't you going to church with that man?
Ding,
why
ding,
is that
ding.
man going to church with you? Why isn't your pastor helping you find? Why aren't you in a church that facilitates Christian relationships?
Talk to him, Kev.
You know, I just never thought about reaching out to my pastor about finding somebody. You know, I was a part of the small groups and that was about it. And, you know, everyone was younger than me. And so, I don't know, I just kind of like left it at that.
She is so disingenuous. It's a reason she didn't. Either one, she really doesn't care about the church thing like she claims she is, or two, she knew that dude was married.
I've never really met anyone at the church outside of the small groups that I was a part of. And I've just never, I mean, I talk to my pastor all the time. That's not usually, I'm just never talking to him about relationships.
She says she went to this church for 10 years. Stop it.
So I submit that you're really not trying to find a Christian man.
Exactly.
No, I am. It's just that.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You're saying that, but no.
Absolutely, you are not. I've just laid it out. You didn't even go to church with the man you went to see the last time.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you care about? So where did Christianity come up in that?
Well, we prayed together. We just didn't go to church.
Right, you also had sex together too.
Thank you. He said it. Because I was about to say, y'all did something else. Y'all did a lot more than pray.
Premarital sex. Fornication.
I love Mr. Samuels.
I won't deny that, but
Rest in peace.
Exactly.
Rest in peace to the Godfather. But I miss you, big bro.
With a married man, ma'am. I'm saying
I had no idea.
I'm saying,
Like,
but you said you knew him before. Okay, you said you knew him.
I did
before.
know.
See what
a lot
would
of
have
people
happened?
didn't know that
Hold
he
on.
was
Hold on. See what would have happened if you'd have actually picked a man from the church? You would have known one thing: he wasn't married.
Exactly.
He actually went to Tony Evans's church. He's a member of that church.
If you'd have picked a man from your church, you'd have known he wasn't married.
Exactly.
I hear what you're saying. Mm-hmm.
No matter what other church he went to.
But the problem, if you'd have took him to your church, Concord is such a lot. If you'd have took him to your church, somebody would have been like, that man married.
You're right.
I know. See, Christianity is supposed to shield you from all this, not open you up to all this madness. For you to come and tell me that the problem is the men in Dallas, I would not let you visit that bullshit on them.
And I forgot she did open up the call with that. It's funny how it's the men in Dallas, not her sleeping with married men. Huh. How about that?
When it shows in your life that the men that you picked aren't even lining up with what you say is important. And in practice, you're not doing these things. So Christianity cannot save you. You're just using it to filter out men that you don't find desirable.
Mm-hmm.
And this happens too often down there. I'm gonna move you to the side because I don't know you enough to say this about you. So I'm gonna move you to the side. There's so many women down in Dallas who are pseudo-Christians, Christian feminists. It is just rampant with them. Dallas stinks with these women. They come in with their Bibles talking good, and they running through the Dallas like Jezebels.
Mm-hmm.
And then wanting men to be saved. All right, back over to you. At 42 years old, ma'am, if you want a man who's a Christian, and it's an important part, you need to really start working with your pastor or somebody in a church that has a thriving singles ministry where you may have a better selection of men. May even have to switch church homes. if that's really a determination. But at 42 years old, wanting children and all that other kind of stuff, man, it's going to.
I go back and forth with the children thing.
Okay.
I'm like, I enjoy my freedom, but then,
right, man. I mean, I'll be honest, man. Are you really cut out to be somebody's wife?
I mean,
why would you say that?
You enjoy.
Why wouldn't I be?
You enjoy your
enjoy my freedom.
Oh, don't check that. Whoa. Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Why wouldn't you be? Based upon what you said, you enjoy your freedom. You go back.
Enjoy
and
my
forth.
Freedom, being able to just come and go.
Still enjoying your freedom, not necessarily wanting to have a kid. You're becoming somebody's wife.
Having a kid and
hold on, man.
Totally
as a wife,
thing.
what is your job as a wife? Your number one job as a wife is then what? Especially as a Christian, what is a woman's role on this planet?
To cater to the man.
Nope.
And take care of his needs.
Nope. To be a helpmeet. Not to come and go as you wish, not to have freedom.
I'm not saying freedom and come as I want with a husband. I'm saying more so like if I'm in a relationship if I have a husband and we don't have children, we can go freely.
I get it.
We can travel easily without children. But if we have children, then we have to
travel. What are you talking about?
Babysitter and all.
Are you talking about traveling nationally? You talking about traveling internationally?
Side note, just reminds me Thon Lexi. Shout out to the Black Light Podcast with Thon Lexi. Traveling. That shit be getting funny, man. Thon be getting pissed when travel get brought up. And I got my word too. Mine is deserved. I'm gonna start getting pissed off like that.
Domestic.
Both.
Traveling.
I'm an educator.
You're a teacher?
Yes.
What are you in pre-K? What are you in grade school, college?
High school.
You ain't even professor. You're a teacher.
All right. Now I do know Texas teachers make pretty good money, but they're not rich.
I do a lot of things on the side. I do private lessons and I teach group fitness. I have my own side.
I asked you the ultimate question, ma'am, and it wasn't to insult you, but are you really cut out to be would you, in your marriage vow, would you say love, honor, and obey?
Absolutely.
Would you be submissive to your husband?
Absolutely.
Okay. So at 42, there are all kind of situations you can work out, but the thing is, ma'am, it comes out ultimately down to the same thing with every relationship. What kind of man do you want? What kind of man do you want? And then what kind of woman do the men that you want? And what are you willing to do to get them? I don't doubt that you know what you want, but do you know what the kind of men you want from a woman?
Yes, I mean, I feel like it's a partnership, and what I give is what I expect to get back.
A partnership?
I knew it was coming. You hate that partnership.
Why do Christian women keep talking about partnerships? Where's partnership in the Bible?
Bet you don't
I
ask.
don't understand this Christian feminism stuff. Where's partnership in Bible? Not a partnership. He has headship over you.
Okay. I mean, I don't really think of it in that way. I think of any working relationship is give and take. I think of it as a partnership.
Does it mention give and take in partnership in the Bible, man? Your Bible, Christian.
That's what I'm searching for. I'm searching for a best friend, a partner.
Okay. Well, many Christian feminists are. Many Christian women is feminists. Most Christian feminists don't. They believe in equality and partnership, and they talk and move in lots of similar ways. And in my channel, if you've been around, how long you watch my content?
Actually, this is my first time.
Well, ma'am, I have talked to different varying versions of Christian feminists, like at least once every couple of weeks. So anybody who's watched my channel, they're probably having a good old time in the comment section like, yep, we know what this is, because this is rampant in the Black community. Black women want Christian men, but you don't want to live like in the order, the divinity in which God aligned us.
Hell no, they don't.
Partnerships. You want this different arrangement. Doesn't really work. This is why men in general, this is why many black men have left the church. So, all right, but I
called it out on the video, and Mr. Samuels reaffirmed it later on when he mentioned Christianity being used as a disqualifier by a lot of these women. And I also don't believe that claim was unfounded. It was actually kind of backed up by her actions. She was with a married man for, I believe, 7 months. And not only was he married, she didn't take him around the church at all whatsoever, which tells me she likely knew that he was married. By her not bringing him around was her way of playing it safe. And then also likely just didn't care. And then the last thing that I would mention as well, I also think that's more of a Southern thing, wanting to be viewed as a Christian, like being an important thing for you. And not to say that it's not like that in other parts of the country as well, but hey, what the hell do I know? I'm just a pothead talking on YouTube. You guys let me know what you think. After party in the comments. Steal Coop. Do better.